So I have been on a journey between the previous episode and this one, and let me tell you, it's not been fun. So between the previous episode and this one, I got laryngitis. So I was kind of complaining about my voice in the previous episode. Turns out, yeah, I just straight up had laryngitis, and I lost my voice for several days completely, like where I couldn't talk at all. And my wife made the joke, because we didn't have all of the kids over the weekend. We just had our toddler. Although she's about to turn 4, can we really call her a toddler anymore? Anyways, we had her, but not the other kids. My wife was making the joke that it was so quiet that she could hear herself think for the first time, and I thought that was funny until I realized that, you know, do I really talk that much? She's like, yeah, you love to talk. I'm like, I don't know if I do. So now I'm all self-conscious about talking around the house. Anyways, my voice is back, and we blew through my entire backlog of videos because of that. And we're going to build it up again. So if you're a channel member, thank you for supporting the channel. You'll start getting these early once again, now that I can speak. I've been dying to play this game, and I haven't been able to play for almost a week. It's just insane, and I'm really happy to have it back. I have developed a cough, which is super annoying. And it's one of those coughs that last for like a couple weeks or a few weeks, and to stymie a bit of that at the moment, because I still have some of the symptoms from the laryngitis, I am taking some Robitussin, which is in the US is like a cold and flu medicine, which helps cough and those kind of symptoms. So we'll see if it works. All right, let's go talk to Nev. I totally don't remember where we were in the story, or what was going on. So this will be weird.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
They're adorable. We live in a weird place. Move somewhere else. They're adorable.
I don't know. I think they're cute.
So cute.
They didn't steal your notes.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Tevinter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
The deadbeat magister. Ooh, I got some other questions here. Hit piece. Typical.
Of course. Did the papers write anything else?
They write what sells. But their aim was at the Magister, not me. The real trick with that job was the client ratting me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
Into Winter, probably tragic.
Trust me, Valara. I've read these serials before. Who's the second most innocent character? 10 gold says they're the killer.
What about the most innocent?
I don't know. They die.
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your serial, I'll try and track the ending. Just don't say we didn't warn you. I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
One company?
Cool.
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
Cool. Yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe I'll take them both with. Theories on the scared queen? I hit L, and now it's just it didn't want that codex. Teven Crows. No, it wasn't one of these, was it? Mementos. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's gone. We're gone. Let's just mark it all as red. Maybe it was that one. No, it wasn't that one. Wait, there it is. Nev, first 3 issues are done. Already have some theories. So the way the scared? What? How do you pronounce that word? Is it the double R makes it the scarred queen talks? It's very formal, very fancy. No one else talks like that except the warden commander. And so far, they're never interesting. Except the warden commander. Is this going to lead us to getting the warden as a companion? And so far, they've never shared a single scene. Starting to think they're the same person, written in Nev's cramped hand. Nice theories, Belle, and more interesting than the Scarred Queen and the Warden Commander being sisters. If you want a theory back, some evidence points to the Scarred Queen being a manifestation of Malin's anger. When you read about her harrowing, the writer is very careful not to say how it ended. Not concrete anyway. Why leave that out? Feels deliberate. Interesting. A little bit of a writer talking there. Writer talk. I find the writing in this game actually very enjoyable, and I had an interesting conversation with my wife about it, which, you know, she does not look at any of the discourse online regarding the game. She doesn't care. She just doesn't. It's not her thing. For me, I see it because I'm on Reddit and I'm looking, I'm looking in places where this stuff pops up. But she said that she's about done with the game. Not like at the end of the game. I mean, she's put like 3 or 4 hours into it, and she's like, I think I'm good. I'm not going to play it. And her reasoning was that all of the dialogue feels very juvenile. It feels like a bunch of teenagers talking. And I have seen that complaint before, but I do not see that in the game. And I find it very fascinating to hear that and not be able to see it. So it's like, well, obviously, if more than one person, including my wife, who's never looked this stuff up and has no discourse on the manner that she is like having with these other people, if she's having this experience and she believes that, now I've asked for specifics and she doesn't have any to give me. It's just the general feel of the writing. So it's like, if that's happening, maybe I need to perk an ear out and be like, is this actually a thing, or what is going on here? Like, how do I look at where the writing is in this game and consider how it is written actually? Is it like that, or is there an undertone there that she's picking up on that she is relating to this other unrelated thing?
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
Cool. Got another mission. Coffee with the Crows. Return to the Docktown via Crossroads or fast travel. Came to the help of the Wardens. Yep. Should definitely do that. Should I try? I don't think I can upgrade anything. There have been a couple patches since the last time we've played, which is nice. We'll see if the actual game is, running a bit better. But there's been balance patches or passes for certain things. Honestly, I don't remember what they are. Don't remember. Oh yeah, there's this. I forgot about this. N7 Day has come and gone. And N7 Day being the Mass Effect Day. Command armor note. I guess this chest got lost in the fade, and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me, or does the armor look somehow familiar, like an old friend would wear? Harding. Yeah, we're definitely gonna wear the heck out of that. Can't upgrade him, which is fine. Because I can't do that, I'm not even gonna bother trying to upgrade my gear because I just did that in the previous episode, I believe. Let's go to the thingamajig, or what's it called? Why am I blanking on the word? Wardrobe, that's what it was. I kept thinking warden, and I'm like, that's not it. That's not the right word. Do we have it? It's in here somewhere. I know it's in here somewhere. This one. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? That is a beautiful coat. And of course, you got the N7 stripe there, the red and the black. It's still very Dragon Age-y with like the armor on the shoulders and the the chest piece and everything. I love it. I'm going to wear that for a while. That's awesome. What's this one? This is also themed around it, I believe. There should be one more, isn't there? That's the dragon. Maybe not. Maybe that's the fit that we wear around town, you know what I mean? Save changes? Yes, please. Let's see, casual wear. Armor may cause clipping scenes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What about this one? Yes, it says the same thing. Beyond the stars, beyond the stars. Man, I freaking love that they added N7 armor for N7 Day. It's cool. It's really cool. I'm gonna wear that for sure. That I don't care if it causes clipping. I like that a lot. Isn't there an N7 helmet? No, we got the cool Tevinter helmet. Oh my goodness. I said cool, but it looks like someone from World War I or II. Which, you know, some of the stuff from World War I and II looks really rad and dope, but that's not one of them. Definitely not. Nothing here. Nothing here. So we'll just discard that. Not gonna wear it anyways. Do we have like any cool new no. No, it's fine. We're just gonna back out. That was it. That was the end of it. Oh, now I look really cool though. Alright, so let's take a look at the map. Go to world and just kind of see what we got going on here. So we've got a companion quest, the Echoes of the Past, and Gate of Faded Glories. There's also new quests there. That's at Docktown is the Warden one, which I feel like I should do, but there's all these other things that I want to do first. If I look at the journal, what seems to be the main quest? Signs and portents in Peace Vigilance. So this is the main quest. We're going to back around that, and we're going to do all of these other side quests first. I think that's the safest way to do it, especially considering I don't want to like push the game forward when I'm not ready to do that yet. I've got all these other missions I'd rather do first. And kind of, you know, because there are, as someone has pointed out, which I don't remember who it was because it was like a week ago, so apologies on that one. Someone has pointed out to me that, yo, be careful, there are some points in the game that are points of no return, and they do not tell you that. Like where it will lock out quests that you just can't utilize anymore because like you've gone past a certain point. I think we are going to go, no, we're going to skip Docktown for now, although there are other things there. I think I'm going to do Coffee with the Crows. I think we're going to go to Treviso and see what's there. We also got to go back to the Crossroads, honestly. I like Belle. I really like having her around. And so I might do Belle and Harding for now, but I could also do Lucanis. Let's do Belle and Lucanis because we're going to do the Coffee with the Crows. So I feel like having them too. It's just, I like having her to heal me. And I like having him around for his main quest, right? I'm very curious to see if the hitching has been solved. I also installed the newest NVIDIA driver, but it's possible that that's just not going to be the case. And I'm okay with that, to be perfectly honest. I'm working on it. It seems like some people have like really odd ways of fixing it. Some people don't have it at all. It's a toughie. Ooh, what's that?
Insult of it.
It's more than insulting.
Nice.
It's
Memento.
shot in the wound, and that is my purview.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt, but more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
Crap, this jacket looks so good with my character. I may not switch it for the rest of the game. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. We'll test other things as we get them, but I really like this jacket. I don't get it.
Help me out here. What contract?
One that may involve you.
Uh-oh.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord, butchered Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
The occupation was too easy? The gods want Treviso? The cruels rule Antiva? Or tell me about the butcher? Let's talk about the crows.
You're in charge. Antiva has a king.
And the power of a king is enforced by armies. Antiva has no army. It has the crows.
There's a reason Antivan coins have portraits of guild leaders, not royalty. We're patriots. Crows can't field a battalion, but we protect our nation our way.
The gods want Treviso?
The gods care about taking Treviso.
The butcher wants Treviso. The gods may just want the Antam.
But Antam distrust magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
I feel like that's like modern day commentary. Goodness. Tell me about the butcher.
Butcher Dathrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information? Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Helping the crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Find your crow, then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
Okay, I see. It's about sending a message.
The location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district. They're always together. Jacobus will be
This is cool. Okay, so like this is kind of what I was talking about, right?
So young.
I look at this stuff as like from the lens of what my wife said. Like it feels like these are, you know, teenagers talking. That whole conversation did not feel that way. It felt very adult. It felt like, you know, we are the crows and this is our beliefs and this is how we think this stuff happened and how we think that it should how we should continue forward. I didn't really feel juvenile, but what I will say is when we talked to Belle and Nev when we first started the episode, I was picking up on that a little bit. So maybe it's not that all of the dialogue in the game, maybe it's just specific characters. Maybe it's just Belle and maybe Nev, or maybe just Belle. Because as soon as you get Belle, it's pretty early in the game, and that's when you start picking up on that dialogue. And maybe she's just written like a juvenile because she's kind of, fresh. She's new to all of this, and maybe a little ignorant, you know? All right, the next blight. Crow diplomacy dating from the fourth blight. As guild influence grew, Grey Wardens were the first to recognize true Antiva leadership. Therefore, treaties bore seals of queens, emperors, and crows. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Too much to this occupation.
Very well said. And then King's Draft. Action on behalf of Antiva. It's a bit long. The problem is, talking too much is going to agitate my throat, regardless of taking medication or not. So I do have to be careful about what I'm reading here and how much I'm reading. But let's go into it. King's Draft, action on behalf of Antiva. As 7th Talon, I give notice that the Antiva Crows have drawn a contract against the enemies of Treviso, the Antum. It is not the Antum. We were required to give His Majesty a point by point, but he's your blood, Viago. It is a courtesy to let him know we are going to war. The occupying Antum are strong, driven, fanatical. They cannot be reasoned with because reason is just a weapon to be resisted. They can be killed, of course, but removing a leader does not remove their desire to be led. They are a force we must contend with, but they are not Treviso's true enemy. This is interesting. The Antum. Now, it's been a while since I played Dragon Age. It's been at least 4 years since I played Inquisition, and so I'm trying to like dig deep in my knowledge here. Isn't the Antum like the religious side of the Qunari? Is that right? What it is? Or not religion. It's like. It's not even like super like clanny. What I don't remember. It's like a sect of the Qunari, the ones that were in Dragon Age 2 in Kirkwall. A name, Viago. Contracts require a stabber and a stabbee. Tia, you know my doubts. The butcher took the city too easy, and there is dealing with the gods there that I dread to know. But I fear that the true enemy of Treviso is not known because they are known, merely unrevealed. The hand that leashed Treviso is that nebulous enough? Yes, that is a series of someones who can eventually kill, but not something we can send my father. On to draft 5 then, Neri. Begin again. Okay. That's from Viago di Riva, 5th Talon. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. First of his name, last of his kind, blah, 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 or whatever it is. Let's check the vendor. Do I have stuff to sell here?
And there's some good bargains out there for you.
Good. I shouldn't have to sell things to him, right? But we can look through this stuff. The Mage Killer, Wings of Antiva, those are the Lucanis stuff. I don't think there's anything in particular here I want to grab. I mean, I could get the gift. We may as well do that, right? I got enough stuff for it. I should always be buying the gifts, I think. It's gonna help us boost our companions. All right. Let's take a look at the map. We got a fast travel point here. Not quite sure what this is. Is this a way to get down to somewhere else? It probably is, to be honest. Coffee with the Crows there. Crossroads at Luvian is there. Let's pop out, where was it? Was it over here? And see if there is indeed a way to get down. Or is that downstairs here? Or is it upstairs? What the heck is that thing? Alright, we're not going that way, it turns out. That's not happening. I'm sure there's other quick travel points I could just jump to. But I want to look around. Okay, maybe. Oh, this goes outside, doesn't it? Ah, okay. This goes out to the Alluvian. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Maybe I do just gather my party. Oh no. Let's just do I have a quick travel point I can jump to? Not really. Which tells me that I am missing something here on how to get down. Just jumping, that ain't it, dog. It's not that way. It's not that way. Interesting that there's a chest up there. I wonder if I can get to it or if that's just like a... Oh, no, maybe I can. Come on. No, maybe not. Okay. Oh, right here. Ha! Ha ha.
Greetings, Rook. I am Air, one who provides training for Antivan Crows.
You're not a crow yourself?
Not as such, but we are frequently at their service. That answer suits them, as it should suit you.
Okay. Cool with that. Oh, right. I see where I'm at now. It's all coming back to me. So is the city. It's all coming back to me. It's loading in chunks, causing a bit of a stutter. Man, I was dying to play this game. I really was.
Underwater prison, that's still pretty amazing.
But it didn't have any boats.
I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it? It didn't seem to winter.
I think so. I wonder what it was built for. Originally, I mean.
Whatever it was meant for, it's a pit of misery now.
Right.
Not an ossuary. Very clearly, not an ossuary. You know what I mean? Come on now. Don't be that guy. I'm gonna hold on to this for the rest of the game. That ossuary, not an ossuary. Don't use a word if you don't know what it means. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's just, maybe what it is I'm just proud that I know the word and I know what it means. Therefore, I'm hurt that other people who are writers should know what it means and didn't use it in the right context, and therefore are gonna mess with people's perception of what the heck an ossuary is. Is this a better helm? Not really. We're not doing necrotic weapons at the moment, but it could be if we swap back to our melee build. Open sesame. Yeah, that's a good sound effect, huh? Okay, let's see here. We got a quick travel point over there I can unlock, but I could also do coffee with the crows here. Can I just pop over across the bridge and pop that travel point? Oh, it's like, it's with the Antum. What are they doing? Is this a baddie? Hello. It is a baddie. Goodness, that does so much damage, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. I see him. He's coming in at me. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's slow this down. Yikes. These boys, they're very aggro. Man, I'm getting hit by all sorts of stuff. The stutter is definitely still existing. No, oh my goodness, I'm just like getting locked in here. Can we stagger him, please? He's like really close to stagger. Oh, don't die here. I'm so rusty. It's been a bit. It's been a hot minute. It's been about a week, so. And you know what? In the meantime, since the last time I played, I've put a stupid amount of time into Stardew Valley with my wife. We've just been playing the new update on our Xbox. It's been fun. It's been really fun. But you know what? Doesn't bode well for upholding the whatever skill I did learn while playing Dragon Age before. Alright, I have a feeling we're done with nerds. Okay, I can gather my party. I can climb up here. This very much reminds me of the Masquerade mission in Dragon Age Inquisition, being able to like climb up the trellis and everything. But that was not in Antiva, I don't believe. That was in that crap. What's the name of that city? The Frenchy one. You know what I'm talking about. It was in that one. All right, those guys look like baddies. I don't even think I need to go that way yet. But I could loop back around. So maybe I just do the loop. And see if I can...
With bruises. Antam, stumbling out of a tavern, shoved him about the street for fun.
The important thing is your brother is safe.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just go over this way for posterity. What's he got going on with that? Oh, okay. It's like a whole thing down there. Oh, is it to get to that chest? Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm totally biff it and fall in the water because this is a timed thing, isn't it? Give it to me. Let's see here. Ooh, 20% ranged attack damage, and then we're upgrading to also 15% weak point damage. It's pretty good. Been seeing some commenters, which again, thank you for comments. Love it. Love seeing your guys' thoughts on the game.
Not a problem.
Also, just as a heads up, it's totally okay to disagree with me on this game. Like, I'm very much enjoying it. But if you find like the writing juvenile, then whatever. Then that's how you feel about the game. Like it's okay. It's okay for us to have two different opinions and exist in the same world together. You know. But someone was saying that the archer, the weak point archer like build is really good. I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of like my
whatever you got. I'm not buying one.
I like hybrid build. It's very fun, and I want to get really good with it because that's how I'm enjoying the game right now. It's just like utilizing the cool combat system and not just whatever's a broken build. If I was going to play through on the hardest difficulty and try to get all of the achievements and whatnot, yeah, sure, I'm going to play with the broken build, whatever. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm just enjoying my game. And honestly, I think, you know what? Those little like water reflections, very well done. Cool. I think more people in the world could do with just enjoying a game, you know? Don't make everything so. I don't know. Not everything has to be a problem. There's a lot of people just like unnecessarily hate on this game. And I don't understand it. I see it a lot on Reddit where people are like, oh, what was it today? I saw like someone comparing the Metacritic scores, like the user review scores, which by the way, users are idiots. That's the problem. They're users. They're not reviewers. They're just people, and people have their own different opinions. And it's okay for people to like not share the opinion of a reviewer. But a reviewer is a professional person who is looking at a game objectively.
Not even an army stops the Treviso market.
So many things you could buy. How do you choose?
And you know that objective dancer. Let's give him a coin. That objective view is. I think a lot of people believe they could be a video game reviewer, but I think 99% of people don't have the chops, because you have to be able to look at a game objectively and say, is this good or bad? And recognize what subjective matter in the games is there and what you could detach from your own beliefs or your own feelings on something. And I think that's really important as a skill to have in life. But in particular, you know, critics have to do that. They have to detach what they feel about a particular.
I'm Tom. I'm Rithari, healer. I'm Hel.
They have to detach their personal feelings about particular things in order to objectively rate a game. And you know what? Like, there's a lot of people in the reviewer scenes that are pretty good at that, because without talking to each other, most reviewers come to a consensus, a pretty, a pretty dead-on consensus of what a review score should be for particular games.
That's how Canary say hello.
Oftentimes you'll get like one or two outliers that rate really high or really low, and those just change based on the game. And that could be based on the experience the person was having. Maybe they only got a like PC code for a game and it was having a lot of performance issues for that particular player. That kind of stuff happens, right? But for the most part, the consensus is generally on board with all of everybody else's reviewer opinions. I find that fascinating.
Don't let those untimed trouble you.
Because
Please,
then on a game like Dragon Age, or like, actually, let's back this up. A game like Elden Ring, reviewers loved the game. Users loved the game. It was in consensus. It's a masterpiece. It's very, very good, right? But a game like this, not a masterpiece. No, that's fine. It has its problems, sure. Still an excellent game. And one that I think it should be taken seriously. But you see the difference between a person who's able to remain objective about a thing and, you know, rate something, whether they believe it is good or not on its own terms, and they're able to separate whatever feelings they have about the developers or BioWare or anything like that, and they're able to come to a consensus that is generally accurate across the board with different reviewers who are not communicating with each other. and that's what's happened here is you've got this like disproportionate user review, and it kind of shows that you just have people who really want to hate on BioWare for one reason or another. It's fun to hate on things together. It's fun to bandwagon things together. And that's not something I stand by. And so if you disagree with me on the game, totally fine. There's no problem with that. But make sure that you're doing it in an objective manner. You're saying, I don't like this because of X, Y, and Z, and those things are not based on your own personal biases one way or another. Is it a good game? Yes or no? You know, it's a good skill to start learning in life, especially if you're a younger person. Take this as a tip for life. It'll make your life a lot easier. Learn how to separate subjective and objective thoughts and be able to be like, yes, this show that everybody seems to love, I don't like. It is a good show. Right, you could say this thing is a good show. It is produced well. It is written well. It is acted well. I just don't like it because of this other subjective thing. And being able to see that allows you to enjoy things a lot better because you're able to pick things out that you do know that you're going to like and double down on that stuff and consume the content that you're actually going to enjoy. I think that's very important. I mean, I've been doing YouTube for 13 years. And this is a muscle that I constantly am working out every single day.
Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while.
All right, let's agree.
The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. Barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
The Intivan sprig. A child's practice blade. With faded paint, the color of old blood, singular, but also somehow common, treasured by many an Antivan youth, but always lost when coming of age. I like the little cultural stuff that they're adding in here. It really adds flavor to the city.
Does it feel very different?
Is there anything new?
In some ways, more than I expected, but then, perhaps it's me.
I should keep an eye out for loot, though. I think that's for sure. It's
here.
It's worth it for us to get more like mementos if we can.
A potted plant
for Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts too.
Oh, that was
so
really sweet.
You and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in a long time ago now. Here's the place.
Fish.
Bellara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
That's very funny.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katarina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me, and I was her favorite.
Is that like a place I can go back there? No, that's...
Should get back to Lucanis.
It's like a whole different other area. Game clearly wants us to follow him around right now. Which is fine, it's his mission.
A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
Cool. Cool. Buy something for Lucanis. Oh, okay. Can I buy this for him?
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here. This is for you.
A wyvern-tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm glad I can give you a little gift, buddy. It's important. You gotta treat yourself.
Cafe Pietra's just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin. Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Fair. Making good coffee is like a real talent. It really is. Something that is lost upon Americans, I'm gonna be honest. Although we have our own like style of coffee that the rest of the world just doesn't use. I mean, there's other places in the world that use different types of coffee too. It's not anything new, you know, like if you go to Morocco, it's going to be different than if you go to Italy. But Yeah, it's Americans have their own. It's just what it is. But having like being able to distinguish like what makes a good cup of coffee, that's a skill. It's a learned skill. It's an important one, I think, though. Especially if you like being welcoming to people.
Come on over.
Antivan coffee maker. Yep. Not gonna be able to get that. I'm totally out of money.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
I like how like romantic he is. Not like not like relationally romantic, but like he is a romantic, and it sets him apart from the other characters, and it's a kind of a nice fresh a breath of fresh air, because like it feels way different than a lot of the other characters that BioWare has written, in my opinion. I think the closest thing that we can get to, which, I guess it works, is what's his face, who was the Antivan Crow in the first game and the second game, and then I don't know, maybe Dorian is he's kind of a romantic, but not like this. Like, this is different, and I really like this character.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. Nobody's listening. Should we get to business?
There's still the one at table 3.
She just left to follow the waitress.
So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
I don't buy it.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katerina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Zara would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
No, actually, I think he's right.
I'm not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave it to me.
I think he's right. It kind of feels like there's
gone.
Some inside work going on.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Goodness, it's like my stepson. Let's focus on like literally anything. You just like you push him on any topic and he'll cave. It's a problem. It's a real problem. We're working on it. He's not great at listening. Or let's focus on Zara. Let's focus on Zara.
Zara's not going to get Ilario, and she's not getting away with anything she's done. I promise.
Don't promise. But thank you.
Glad to be home. You look happy. It's weird. Good coffee. Like a kiss goodbye, huh? Let's go with good coffee.
How's the coffee? As good as you remembered?
Better. I dreamed about this coffee for a year. They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your coffee?
Strong enough to take down a god. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
I think that was a fun little mission. It wasn't like high stakes, but it gives you a lot of context for what's going on with the crows and like how their dealings are. It's really, really cool. I like that like magnified look into the world. Lucanis did some shopping in the Treviso markets and got a further look at the Antum's occupation of the city. After meeting Ilario for coffee, he remains worried that Zara will hurt his cousin, as she did him and Katerina. Got the Crow Keeper upgrade. Yeah, that is a huge upgrade. Let's go ahead and equip that. Well, now we know 100% of the time we go do the companion missions, because like that was big. That was like a huge upgrade for him. We still have another mission here. Find Dareth in the Drowned District, right? It's the Crow's Quest. Region Quest, Gate of Deep Sorrows. Defeat the champion. Unseal the path to deep sorrows. Got that all stuff up there. I didn't level up yet, but did any of my companions gain anything? I said that his stuff increased. It's getting there. He's actually pretty close. Bell's getting there. Harding's getting there. Did I pick up any new items? All right, that. I should probably just like look at these so I know what's new when it actually pops up. The like little notification things are actually starting to bother me a bit. Let's go back to world. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I should go back to the lighthouse, actually. Because I think I have a way of upgrading the warden. Warden? Keeper? What was it called? Not warden. Is it the warden? What's our like dude's name? Okay, we're about to find out. It's like a sneeze, you know? You feel like you need to sneeze. I feel like I know this guy's name or his title. The Keeper? No, crap. What is it? It's literally just like right there. What are your names? Caretaker, right? Caretaker, that's it. Got it. I got there eventually, right? I got there before it popped up. Give me a chance. I still can't upgrade him. We're getting there. We still got a few more things. Do I want to talk? Yeah, he's got a new thing to do. Actually, they also have a conversation or whatever. Let's go pop over and chat with them, and then we'll go talk to him. I really like Lucanis. It's a super cool character. Really fun to have
A
around.
sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
See, you're making friends.
I'm glad to see you making friends, Bellara.
Oh, definitely. Nev's, well, Nev, she's been just so kind.
Bellara had more questions about my work. She can be quite persuasive.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
I love scandal.
Rook's a little interested.
Look, I'd love to, honest. But that story needs the right atmosphere. After dark over bad coffee. Or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
Leave Nev and Bellara to finish the conversation without you. Or I could just chat with him. I know the feeling. Then you're excused. It's kind of free form. It's kind of free form.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. Antivan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri. What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
These two are cute. Anything really. Got to get back to work. Khachapuri. You know what? That sounds really good. Bread and cheese. Oh hell yeah, I'm in.
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, that was
You
me.
have no idea.
It's good with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant, someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right, that sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Again, the flattery.
Right, just a person. Got it.
Great. Now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
I like that conversation. That was fun. Those two, very cute. Magical cooking. Okay, let's open this up. On the back of a recipe card in Belara's handwriting, no obvious fuel source for the stove. Oven uses wood, which makes sense, but how does the stove work? Faint traces of magic when we cook Veilfire? How would that even work? Theory, stove is drawing from the ambient magical energy and converting it into heat. Is this a constant process? What happens to the excess? Magic finite resource? Could we ever actually run out of it? Fate is incalculably vast, but it has to have an edge, right? Asked Nev to try same meal cooked on stove, magic, and on my portable camp stove, wood. Blind taste test suggests no difference in flavor. Surprising further experiments necessary. Lara. Belle actually reminds me of a Mass Effect character. I'm trying to pin which one. There's something about her. It's the naivete of her, like, character that I think it's like one of her largest traits, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's an interesting trait to have if you have just one of those characters.
Do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Dea wants to meet.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Ah.
Oh. Right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
Oh, okay. I was expecting it to just go right into it. Bidding farewell. Track. Okay, cool. Can I talk to him? Oh, I can give him the gift, right?
For me?
Yes, there you go. It's for you. Quest complete. Fit for a crow. Caca. Anyways, where are we going from here? I feel like we just got quite a bit done there, but it may have only been one thing. Treviso. Yeah, now we have Gate of Deep Sorrows and a Slow Poison still, and then Bidding Farewell. So I feel like that's 6% discovered, 25% in Antiva Forest. Docktown is 23, and Crossroads is 28. Yeah, we need to get Treviso kind of up to our level. Let's go head there and maybe do his companion quest, and then the other two as well.